Welcome, folks. I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're watching The Boys Season 1. This is our reaction to Episode 1. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. However, if you'd like to watch the whole thing along with us, uncut, uninterrupted, then head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKoay, where you can watch the show with us. However, you'll need your own Amazon Prime Video subscription, so you can open up the show in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with your two favorite pals from the internet. If you're watching this on YouTube already, please hit that subscribe button and bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. And if you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. All right, here we go.
Oh.
Okay.
He's like, how'd you get in there?
Stay back.
Oh my god, it's like he can't even let go.
That's cape. It's like the American flag.
You boys okay?
Jesus.
Oh my god.
You said you have a standard cable box, right? And let's hook you up with 1000 meg HDMI. Let's go with this one. It costs a little bit more, but the carbon's way more conductive.
She's so full of shit.
What do you mean? She didn't need all that.
No, she didn't need all. She didn't know what he was talking about.
I related. I was like, I don't know. I guess.
Don't you ever besmirch Billy.
I thought that was gonna happen.
Yeah. I was like, no. I think I saw this in the trailer.
Yeah.
What happened?
This dude just flew
He just
through
like
her.
flew through her?
Yeah, well, he ran through her, really.
Oh no.
I can't stop. 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 Robin?
Ooh! That's terrible.
That's awful.
Okay, let's see it, dear. You should turn away from the camera and you should close your eyes or else I'll blind you. All right.
Dang.
You see how many people came? A lot of respect for that girl, a lot of love in the room. And the spread, what a spread. Just really nice.
He's saying way too
awkward.
much.
Like, read the room.
I was chasing these bank robbers. She just stepped in the middle of the street.
She was a half step off the fucking curb.
Don't get upset, okay? Just, he knows.
He knows, but he's gonna get away with it.
Vought wants to do the right thing. Offer you $45,000 in restitution. All you have to do is sign right here.
That's bullshit.
I'm not signing anything. Get out. I said, get the hell out!
Don't sign it, dude.
You okay?
Can I think about it?
If you have any questions at all, just,
That was a very interesting cut. I wasn't expecting it to be one of those things that's just in his head.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes, I'm her mother. One moment.
Yes, this is she. I got it.
What you doing?
Can't file a criminal case against A-Train, so
Okay.
but maybe we can file a wrongful death. I just gotta get Robin's parents to sign off on it.
Huey,
Unless they signed an NDA.
you can't do this. You don't have the fight. You never have. Neither do I.
Just support him.
Huey, where are you going?
This is interesting. I've never seen him portray a character like that before.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the funnies, Simon Pegg?
Are all these people here for me?
Who else would they be here for?
Something awful is gonna happen. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Thanks to the 200-plus superheroes, we see a bright future ahead where there is a Vought hero in every town, including the jewel in Vaught's crown, the greatest superhero team.
Translucent, you can't even see anybody.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
I'd like to introduce someone very special. Please welcome Starlight.
Go.
I bet they're gonna be like really mean to her or something.
I just anticipate that
There's gonna be problems.
he's gonna try to sleep with her.
Oh.
Someone's gonna try to sleep with her. That's the sense I'm getting. It's just gonna be on some uncomfortable stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, it's everywhere. Oh, Jesus.
Is he gonna go ballistic in this store?
I don't know.
I actually had a poster of you. I kind of had a schoolgirl crush on you.
Uh-oh.
I hope that's not inappropriate to say.
No. It's not inappropriate at all. It's kind of wild.
Ew. You were right.
It's just a question of how bad you want to be in the 7.
Wow.
If I say so, you'd be out of here. Especially since you attacked me. I could put you out of the business. I mean, home to mommy, tail tucked between your legs.
Man.
Oh, God.
Like, from the beginning of this scene, I was suspecting some Me Too shit. I was just...
You interested in a nanny cam? Because we're actually running a special on that. It's pretty popular.
I was gonna recruit him.
Is there anything I can help you with?
I heard what happened to Robin.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Name's Butcher. Billy Butcher.
Is he really FBI though?
No.
Soups lose hundreds of people each year to collateral damage. There might be the odd mention of it now and again, like with Robin, but there's a fuck sight more that happens that just gets swept right under the rug.
Why?
It's bad for business.
Ain't it obvious? Movie tickets, merchandising, theme parks, video games.
Wow.
The main reason that you won't hear about it is because the public don't want to know about it.
Wow.
Spank the bastards when they get out of line. Come on, son. You'll love it.
Not likely. I don't want to go to a second location with you.
Huey, I'm offering you the opportunity to get them that got your girl. What have you got to lose? You ain't already lost.
He's dope.
There's no harm in going to check it out. I would. Like, okay. Let me just see.
This is the same guy from Star Trek and Judge Dredd.
Yeah, he's
This
awesome.
is just crazy to me.
Carl Urban is awesome.
Keep going forward.
Stop. I cannot believe you ran through a bitch. I ran so fast through this bitch that I had swallowed one of her molars.
Ew.
Dude, that's nasty.
You're laughing.
So what are you gonna do about it?
Oh no. There's someone there.
Clean yourself up. Never let them see you like this. Translucent, you're a goddamn pervert.
They're all like that? All of them? Even Homelander?
He's the worst.
Man's a saint. But the rest of them, yeah. Yeah. Have a shifty at that. That's the police log the day that Robin got murdered. A couple of bar fights, a few cars got nicked. But you know what's not in there?
A robbery.
No bank alarms going off.
Mm-hmm.
A-Train stopped 2 bank robbers, my ass. Someone's fucking hiding something. Why couldn't he stop? I mean, what was in that bag? Work that out, and we'll have the fucker. I can smell it.
But how?
If you're FBI, then get a warrant. Why do you even need me?
I got a warrant, all right? But that place is firewalled, untappable, and locked up tighter than a nun's knickers. I couldn't get myself in there in a million.
What? I'm just supposed to go in there. I'm supposed to shake his hand and smile.
Yeah.
I'm not. Do you know who my favorite musician is? Who? James Taylor.
I happen to know about Compound V.
Oh.
How'd that happen?
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
I'm just having a bad day. It's a work thing.
Do you like your job?
It's the only thing I've ever wanted.
It's a good job. Like you're not selling kids smack.
How do you find him?
Where do you find an alcoholic?
Okay, it's ringing.
Hello?
Hi, yes, hello. I need an apology from A-Train. If I could just get an apology face to face.
Okay, yeah, but, Hugh, I'm telling you, the answer is gonna be no.
They hung up. I don't think they're gonna go for it.
Just wait.
We're beginning to wonder if you'd even show up. You know, that pressure, it's a lot for anyone to swallow.
I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere.
Nice.
And what they'll probably do is take you through the security and then up into the boardroom. Sit down, be nice, congenial, then real polite like, tell him he got to take a fat shit. Into the bog, take the bug out, peel back the plastic bit to reveal the sticky side, put the plastic bit in the bog, flush it, plant the bug underneath the table. Easy peasy, Japanesey.
Hold on, can you repeat it again just a little bit slower?
I can just imagine myself doing that and flushing the bug down the toilet.
This is like that scene in The Matrix. You could take the fucking red pill, right? Spend the rest of your life jacking off, or you could take the blue pill. Or was it the red pill?
Yeah. Because I'm like, keep switching it around, dude.
That was so fantastic. I was like, he totally messed up the pills.
Yeah.
Sir, could you empty your pockets, please?
For some reason, that kind of reminds me of the Wonder Woman music. Come on, dude, stop acting sus. Act natural. It's like he's watching them.
Sorry about having your girlfriend, all right?
He's gonna black out.
I appreciate the apology. Accidents happen, right? Can I use your bathroom?
Don't drop it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
For fuck's sake. Oh my god.
no.
Oh my god. Oh, he's in the woman's bathroom?
No, it's a unisex bathroom. Remember when she was in there, there were
there's a guy.
urinals. Come on, dude. I knew it.
Awesome, man. Just getting to stare that asshole down. I get why you dig this job.
Yeah, you know, has its moments, done that.
I was gonna kick him out, right?
What are we doing here?
Well, you gotta go to work, don't you?
I can help with other stuff. You know, I could be like your tech guy.
I know you can help. I got it.
You ever see an asshole tear up 45K?
Why would you do that?
That's blood money.
Yeah.
He doesn't want any part of it.
But he's signed a thing. It's not like he can, like, say anything.
Yeah.
Their lawyers are going to be too badass.
Steve, this some compound V. I'd appreciate your discretion.
Yeah, my word.
Have a safe flight home.
He's dead. Uh-oh.
All right, we're closing up.
He's gonna beat him up, isn't he?
Hello?
Yeah.
Who are you?
The fuck?
You think I wouldn't find this thing? Huey.
Oh, that was short-lived.
We're the Seven. Earth's most mighty. Motherfucker!
Sorry about the mess.
He knew he'd mess up.
That ain't the invisible cunt.
Oh, no. What are you going to do? There's got to be something.
He's got some kind of infrared, maybe.
Yeah. Come on. That works.
This is such a complicated fight scene.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
I'll tell you who you are.
Dead.
Fucking moron. Translucent doesn't even mean invisible. That means semi-transparent.
Yeah. Oh my god! Is he dead? Does he turn back? What do you do? Like...
How'd you know the electric could do the job?
Skin's carbon, highly conductive. Saw it on Jimmy Fallon.
He attacked us. You're a federal officer, you know? Just call it the fucking FBI.
Technically, I'm not a Fed.
It's where we find out that the top dog is a bad guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he can fly.
Dad. What's he doing out here? Oh my god.
I told you.
No, you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I had certain expectations of the show and certain things I anticipated. I actually anticipated not liking it. I avoided it for a long time because I was like, this is probably not for me. It's not going to be something I enjoy. And especially after watching The Suicide Squad and seeing how that level of violence and used for comedy,
right?
It's like it just wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy The Suicide Squad as much as, my brother and his fiance. And a lot of other people, like a lot of people love that movie, and it was too much for me. And so I asked people about it who had seen both The Boys and The Suicide Squad. And they were like, well, it's a little different because it's episodic as opposed to a film that's all like 2 hours of that, right?
Right.
And so I anticipated, okay, maybe I can stomach it better than in the show. And for me, this has a lot going for it. While it does have sex and violence in it, or sexual content and violence in it, there's a really, really good story underneath it. I think it's actually very, very strong because right away it roots you in the young guy's, I forgot his name.
Huey,
yeah. He roots you in his perspective really quickly, and you understand where he's coming from, and he's quite the underdog. He's up against basically, the Justice League.
Right.
And to show kind of in a Watchmen format, but with comedy, like what it would be like if we actually had superheroes is a fascinating exploration, like just as a thought experiment. Because if we actually did have superheroes, it would probably resemble this.
Oh yeah, well, like we'd monetize them right away.
Right.
Because like look at how successful superhero movies are. Imagine if we had real life superheroes and every town could have one,
Right. Well, absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Right. And so it's inevitable that you would have this sort of scenario, I feel like. I mean, at least in the glass half empty sort of perspective, I feel like this very well could happen. And it's scary. It's a frightening thought. It makes you think about the real world counterpart that we have right now, right? Just with like judges, lawyers, police officers, whatever, like the actual FBI.
Right.
You start to think about all these things, and because you've heard about all kinds of corrupt things happening at Langley, Virginia, right? Or if that's where the headquarters is for
the Pentagon?
The NSA. These agencies that are supposed to be spying for the purposes of locating terrorists are just looking at people. They're just looking at people and taking advantage of their position to spy on someone they've got a crush on.
Right.
Stupid shit like that. And then you had that Me Too thing built into the show, because like I could feel that coming from a mile away. The moment she stepped onto the stage, I was like, okay, I know where this is going.
Yeah, I mean, we already know that the superheroes are not what they're chalked up to be. Because we know that from the trailer.
No, I mean, I gathered that much.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know to what degree of corruption there was in that unit.
Yeah.
Right? And so I didn't know from the trailer that A-Train was part of like the Justice League, so to speak. I apologize for
the Seven.
The Seven, right? I didn't know he was part of that group. I thought they were just like random superheroes, running throughout the city.
Right.
Kind of
running amok.
Kind of like in the world of X-Men, where you just have these random people popping up who are mutants.
Yeah.
And so I thought that's what would happen. I didn't know he was part of like the elite class that is supposed to be the protector of America or the world. And so that elevates the stakes a lot more of who's being taken down here and what it's connected to. That scene in the Times Square, basically, where Carl Urban is giving his little monologue of explaining the connection to everything. It's like tapping into all my like conspiracy theory predispositions. Just like as a kid, I was very much into conspiracy theories. I'm like, oh my God, this is so juicy. I love it. You see the interwebbing of how none of this can be taken down because there's so much money that is being made off of these people. And furthermore, we don't want to even see it. We will pull the curtain down over our own eyes because it makes us feel comfy because it's a warm fucking blanket. I loved that moment. And while there are some things that are being telegraphed that I could kind of see plot-wise, I'm still on board for the adventure. I think that they're doing a fantastic job. And Karl Urban rocks. I'm like, dang, he is so damn good. Like, I couldn't have predicted it from watching him in Star Trek.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
I loved him in that movie too, though.
I enjoyed Judge Dredd, but like that's sort of a single-note character. Like while I enjoyed the film and it was cool action, etc., I would have never pegged him as this guy who's got like these interesting layers as this sort of vigilante who's trying to take down the Justice League.
It was a lot, but I feel like, you know, like you said, everything was really justified to kind of show you just how gross these people are, you know, and that idea as well. I mean, I can kind of see the parallels with real life because anytime there's important people, right, and they do something messed up, they can almost always get away with it. Like a celebrity does a hit and run. And a lot of the time, I mean, depending on which country you live in, right? But a lot of time, and they would just get away with it.
I mean, Howard Hughes famously got away with it.
Yeah, and you just make people sign NDAs with like $45,000. I'm sorry, I feel like you took someone's life. She was a young woman with an entire life ahead of her, and you offer. Well, maybe they offered the family more, right? But like as a courtesy to him, it's like here's $45,000 hush money. Like you could really benefit from that much money. But
I think that was a very important number because that's not even hitting remarkable life insurance numbers, right?
Right.
Because life insurance, you'll get somewhere between $100,000 and $200,000 depending on the policy you have. $45,000 is usually not something you're offered. It's usually starting at $100K.
Right.
And so to give someone $45K, it just shows just how remarkably little they think of these people that they pay off.
Yeah, or of human lives. And like Karl Urban's character was saying, they kill hundreds of people in collateral damage every year. And even the beginning scene with Homelander when he comes in and he like just throws the bad guy onto a car, like no one is horrified by that. They're just like, oh, because he's a bad guy, right? But he's still a person.
Right.
They're just going around like rampaging, killing everyone. I guess it kind of makes sense as well, that whole Compound 7 or that underground club that they have. I mean, I can imagine that as a soup, right? You don't really have an outlet for doing whatever it is or relieving whatever pressure that you have, and maybe you have some
depraved lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. You've got some like weird kinks that you want to kind of get out, and so that whole aspect totally makes sense to me, and I'm really fascinated but horrified at the same time.
I'm a little bit confused as to why Karl Urban's character doesn't try to. I mean, he's got the spy, tech, whatever. It's a little bit baffling to me that he wouldn't try to videotape what's going on in there and send that to news agencies to put public. But maybe the news agencies are also owned by the corporation, and so it's all sort of interconnected. That's some of the scary things about the real world is just how news agencies are also owned by these huge corporations that have their own agenda, their own assets to protect, whatever it might be.
The whole thing with Starlight, it was kind of obvious that was going to happen, but it was just so uncomfortable and so gross. Like the two characters, Starlight and Huey, kind of represent that innocence, especially with Starlight, that idealism, the wide-eyed sincerity and hopefulness that she comes in and she's so untainted, and then pretty much the first thing that happens to her is like such an awful thing to happen to anyone. And the thing is, like, it's almost like it's accepted, like when I saw her in the bathroom and she was crying, and then the other female superhero comes out and sees her, I was expecting some sort of sympathy maybe, and like
that's what should happen.
Yeah, like
but that's not what happened.
Exactly. Yeah. I was thinking like maybe she'd say something like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like that happened to me too. I'm here for you," or whatever. But it was this kind of just don't let them see you cry, which I was like, "Oh man, that's messed up." There's like no solidarity at all, and she's all alone.
They did an interesting setup with the translucent guy because he was in the bathroom when she was crying.
Yeah.
And it seems like just this provocative joke, but it served a double purpose because while that didn't make me laugh, it served a purpose plot-wise because it sets up who this guy is that is lurking in the bathroom often.
Yeah.
And that's where, Huey was when he dropped the spy tech.
Yeah.
And so I don't have any clue as to whether or not Karl Urban knew Huey's gonna fuck it up the way that the level that he did.
I had a feeling.
Could he have possibly anticipated that the invisible guy was gonna follow him? Who knows? Maybe it just was a happy accident. and Carl Urban was just keeping an eye out. You
Yeah,
know? That's why he drove
maybe.
his car into the shop. I really like the acting in the show. Simon Pegg was a surprising thing for me here because I didn't remember seeing him in the trailers.
No, I don't remember seeing him in the trailer either.
You know, my expectation immediately when I see him is, oh, he's got the ha-has and the English accent. But here he's playing an American. His accent was working, and his behavior as this guy, as this dad, who sort of just accepted that he is a nobody and can't really do anything. This happens all too often where you have parents who don't really get anywhere, and so they try to condition their children to be people who don't get anywhere.
Yeah, like, don't expect any more. Like, this is all we can get.
Exactly.
You know?
And I thought that Simon Pegg did such a fantastic job of playing that dad. His hesitation, his beats that he was taking, the pregnant pauses in between his thoughts and words.
Yeah.
And like you could feel the things he was not saying. Writing-wise and acting-wise, that was really, really good. And so overall, like, I'm actually quite on board for this show a lot more than I was expecting. I was predicting that this was going to be the kind of thing where it's like, okay, I'm just going to watch this and hope for the best, whatever. It's going to be a show that's not my speed. I was expecting to have the exact same feeling that I had watching The Suicide Squad. I'm coming out of this going, wow, I'm so damn excited for episode 2.
Yeah.
I should have started this a long time ago. I'm very, very happy with this and looking forward to episode 2. Oh, you were right, by the way. Like, you were right about the main guy, Homelander, because it's like, he did seem kind of weird and suspect at the beginning of the episode, but then, you know, Carl Urban was like, I got nothing on him. He seems to be the only one who's the outlier. And then at the table, he's like, who did you save today? It had me for a split second. I thought maybe he was good. Like, oh, okay, at least there's one that's good. No, but it's like they're all fucked.
Yeah.
And it makes me a little bit uncomfortable that there's not one good person amongst them. It makes me a little
Starlight,
bit... No,
she's
but
still
like,
good.
I'm talking about the OGs, right? The OG Justice League people here. Like, I'm guessing that maybe the Wonder Woman character will be the one girl, the one character amongst them who's actually good, because Translucent guy sucked. What's his name?
A-Train.
A-Train was bad. The Deep, obviously, right. And
yep, not even gonna say it. The thing is, I wonder if maybe the trajectory is that as the show goes along, she starts to become more and more like them. That's what I'm wondering, because I would imagine
I don't think so.
that maybe a lot of them come into it with that same kind of like doe-eyed optimism of like, I just want to save people and blah blah blah. But I mean, she really comes across as sincere, and I guess at this point a lot of it is just business. But I wonder if maybe in the beginning when Homelander started, if maybe he was someone who kind of embodied all of that, but as time wore on and he realized like the machine, the beast that they're feeding, like he just becomes this awful person.
I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm obviously sensing a romance that might brew between Huey and her.
Yes.
And I feel like he's going to keep her 100.
Yeah.
I think.
I hope so.
Anything is possible. Nonetheless, I just want to, concede, like, you were right about that. Like, because that scene in the airplane was pretty horrific.
Yeah, there was a kid on board.
Yeah.
They don't even care.
It wasn't just a kid, though. It was a kid who admired him.
Yeah.
And that's what made it worse. This kid has looked up to him his entire life, and then he murdered this kid, this innocent boy who had nothing to do with any of the things going on.
Who was like so excited to see him. Like, oh my God, that's my hero. That's your friend, right, Dad? And Dad sees it and is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're dead.
As someone who has encountered meeting his heroes and it not being the most wonderful experience, it's so sad. You have to be very, very cautious when you meet your heroes, because like there have been so many instances where you will and it's just not what you're expecting. Kevin Smith has a whole thing. He has this whole special where he talks about making Cop-Out and how his experience with Bruce Willis was one of the worst experiences he's ever had. And he has a tell-all for an hour and 10 minutes about his experience with Bruce Willis, because he starts out the show going, all right, I'm going to answer everybody's questions tonight. And one person goes, hey, how was it making Cop-Out? It's like, all right, sit down. And the entire show is him answering this one question about what it was like making Cop-Out. It was just so upsetting for him, because he just looked at how Bruce Willis saw things versus like how Kevin Smith is just a fan.
Yeah.
He's true.
He is.
True
He's
to his
a
core fan.
Big fan of a lot of things.
It was just like earth-shattering in the worst of ways. It just broke his world a little bit, that this guy he looked up to for so many years was like this. Bruce Willis has not commented on it as far as I know, but if you guys have a chance to watch it, it's definitely worthwhile. But I still like Bruce Willis. Truth be told.
You can separate the person from the artist.
Yeah, I mean, he has the right to be an asshole, so.
I don't know about that.
No, I think he does. He's earned it. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes when you meet your heroes, you're like, oh man, and it hurts a little bit, because you can't look at them the same way.
Yeah, they're just people.
Yeah. So anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.